Peanut, damn. Peanut, get off. Just, you gonna stay right there. You gonna stay right there, Peanut. You're not gonna run, Peanut. Don't. Krabby Patty. Look at that. Look at that. The things we're able to do. What the fuck? It's chewy. It's chewy. Peanut, you want some? It's chewy as fuck, Peanut. But let's go. SupTho. Thank you, Mr. Nightmare, for doing this. I low-key wanted a new Christmas one.
Last year on Christmas Eve, I was working late. I'm 23. I work in New York City and commute home every day on the train. Since I'm one of the younger ones in the office, I got stuck with one of the worst shifts, so I wasn't able to get home until 5 o'clock.
Damn.
My family had already left a whole hour earlier to go to my cousin's house, so I had to drive alone. After having a quick snack before the half-hour drive, I got back in my car and put my cousin's address into my phone. Halfway through the drive, it started snowing.
Alright.
I got to my cousin's house around 6 o'clock. It was snowing heavily by this point, and I just made it in time to catch everyone starting dinner. I brought all of my gifts inside and cheerfully said hey to everyone. I stayed until around 11 o'clock. The rest of my family left a little sooner. I stayed an extra half hour or so just to hang out before leaving myself. By the time I was leaving, the ground had accumulated at least 2 feet of snow, and it wasn't even done snowing. The drive home was nightmarish. The roads were hardly even plowed, and I had to drive under 20 miles per hour on most roads. The roads were completely dead at this point though, most likely because everyone was smart enough to go home before the snow accumulated.
It's always that one.
Eventually I turned onto a
It's always that one person. It's always that one creepy ass person. Just wait on it.
main road that I'm sure would usually be bustling. But at 11:15 on Christmas Eve night, there wasn't a single car or a single light from the store. It was a ghost town. But then I did notice the flashing taillights of one car. It was parked on the side of the road, and the smoke seeping out from its exhaust with the taillights giving it a red tint.
It's a trap!
As I got closer, I realized there was somebody next to the car waving their hand in the air.
It's a trap!
I assumed something was wrong and they needed help. So, me being the good Samaritan I am, I pulled up behind the car. When I opened my door, the guy approached me immediately, barely even giving me time to step out. He was an average-sized man, probably 5'10", 180 pounds. He spoke in a very demanding voice, asking me if I know anything about fixing an engine.
Nope.
I told him I didn't know much about cars.
I would say nah.
The guy responded very quickly to everything I said. He told me it's fine. He went inside of his car for a second, popped open his trunk, came back out, and told me to just wait by the trunk for a second.
No! I see what you're doing, you stranger. You fuck. You fuck. I see what you're doing. It's snowing. Dark as fuck. Right? No. Just no. Just stop it. I can see through it. I can see through it. Can you all see through it? Because I don't think this motherfucker can see through it. But hey, damn. God, yeah, no, come on. As soon as he told me to wait, I would have just left. Like, you better find somebody else to try to. No. I would have said no to everything that stranger asked me. Dummy shit.
I had no idea what he wanted me to do. I was really confused. He walked over to the front of his car, and I heard him open the hood. I couldn't see anything he was doing since the trunk was blocking my view, and the loud wind of the snowstorm overpowered any small noises he might have been making.
Of course it did.
I put my hand on the back of the car and leaned my body in anticipation, when suddenly I heard 3 or 4 quick and aggressive footsteps in the snow behind me before I was pushed into the trunk. The man tried to close the trunk on me, but I kicked my feet up in resistance and held it up. I was able to overpower him and kick the trunk open completely. As I took advantage of the few seconds I had to get out of the trunk, I took out my keys. He tried to grab me now, and I dug my house key right into his neck.
Yes.
He fell to his knees, and his scream echoed down the deserted street. I was in my car and halfway down the road before he could even get up from his knees. A little further down, I called 911 and reported the guy. I came back in 10 minutes to find blue and red lights illuminating the windows of the deserted stores. The police held him until the ambulance arrived for him. I watched the whole thing, and nothing ever felt better in my life. I got home safely half an hour later and told my family everything. I was still very shaken that Christmas, and this remains possibly the most horrific thing I've ever experienced.
Yeah. Lesson learned, though. You know. Sometimes you just gotta say no.
It was Christmas Eve, 2009. I was 18 years old, working at CVS. Unfortunately, I got stuck with a closing shift on Christmas Eve.
Of course you did. Of course. No. No. Y'all know how I feel about night shifts and definitely third shifts, but if it's right before a holiday or in the in the same atmosphere, in the same right, I'm not. Nope. No.
Meaning I'd be the only one there until midnight. I was considering quitting over it, but my parents weren't for that. The CVS was 5 miles from my house on a rather quiet corner on a dead-end street.
Damn.
During the day, it would normally be busy, at least busy enough to stay in business, but past 8 o'clock it would be uncommon to see any customers. On Christmas Eve night, I didn't expect to see a single soul past 8 o'clock. My shift started at 4, and it was surprisingly busy for the first few hours. As I expected, past 8 o'clock it really started to die down. The pharmacy closed at 10 tonight for Christmas Eve.
Right.
Unfortunately, that meant I'd be alone at the register up front for 2 hours.
Right.
Plus, I had a crush on the girl who was working the pharmacy, and we were talking most of the time the store was empty, so I was upset she was leaving. A whole hour went by, and I only rang up one customer. Come 11 o'clock, I was already getting excited for my shift to end. I'd been the only one in the entire building besides one customer for the past hour, and I was losing my mind. Suddenly, there was a very slight tap on the window. It didn't sound intentional, though. It sounded more so like somebody's zipper accidentally scraped against the glass. I turned to look out the window and saw a man out there. Heavy coat on, hood over his head, baggy jeans, and black boots. He was staring right at me. A few seconds after he realized that I noticed him, he walked over to the entrance and entered the store. He stared at me as he walked past and down one of the aisles before disappearing behind the shelves. Then, 5 minutes later, the tapping noise began.
Oh.
It sounded like it was coming from one of the aisles. I walked a little to the right behind the counter just to check down the aisle. Nobody was there, though.
Don't.
The tapping was so consistent and deliberate, I knew it was the man making the noise.
Don't.
But where was it coming from?
Don't. Check it out.
I didn't know, but I had a sudden urge to go to the bathroom. Only problem, I wasn't supposed to go to the bathroom when there was a customer in the store, and I was like,
No shit. No fucking shit. If you have to pee, and you're the only person in there, and it's another, and there's a customer, one customer, did I scare you? I'm sorry. Peanut, nah, you good. Nope, nah. Nope. No. No. Okay. You hold your pee until that customer leaves. That's all I'm saying. You're setting yourself up to be fucked. Pun intended? No pun intended. Just saying, bruh. Hold your pee in, but I have a good feeling you're not. I really hope you do, though. You do something to hold that pee in. You need to watch him, please.
Alone with them. 10 minutes or so passed and I didn't see the customer, but I would occasionally hear the weird tapping noise coming from one of the aisles. It got to the point that I couldn't take it anymore. I stepped out from behind the counter and called out, excuse me? I started walking around the aisles, looking for this man that walked in. He was nowhere to be seen, but every aisle I entered, I would hear noises coming from the next aisle over. I walked down the candy aisle and heard some of the sleigh bells jingling on the other side of the shelf, like someone was intentionally shaking them. I tried to peek through the tiny holes in the shelves to see if I could see him. I saw something completely unexpected and horrifying instead. I saw a pair of eyes staring back at me through the tiny holes in the shelf.
Ooh.
The eyes moved away, and then the tall man entered the aisle I was in. He was making these weird noises, like a child or someone who had just escaped a mental asylum. He started laughing and doing this weird tiptoe kind of hopping over to me. It sounds funny.
Hold on. I don't want to talk. No, I got food in my mouth. That is so rude. It is so unprofessional. Hold on. Give me a minute. Ugh. Okay. That bitch better tiptoe out his way to the door. Out of the place. Like, come on. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're not about to be friends with me. You look suspicious as hell. So I suggest you buy something and go about your business, or you tiptoe your way out of this motherfucker. That's all I'm saying. You're not about to just stay here another 5 minutes, 4 minutes, 3 minutes. Damn a minute. You about to know. Buy something or get the fuck out. Like, come on, bruh. The fuck? I don't got all night. Shit.
But it was a straight up disturbing scene, and he was approaching so fast that I actually began to fear for my life. I started walking away from him, and he followed me everywhere in his weird hopping. I was back at the front of the store, ready to call my manager or the cops. Then I looked back at him and saw that he was frozen at the end of the first aisle, maybe 20 feet away from me. His goofy, eerily happy face turned to an aggressive, angry-looking stare of malice. I was officially done with this and walked out the front door, and to my horror, the man started charging at me. No more goofy hopping around, he was sprinting at me. I ran outside the store, too afraid to go to my car, because I feared he'd get me before I could lock the door. I ran around back and entered through the back door, which was still unlocked. I didn't know if he was still on my tail or not. I locked the door and hurried to the front of the store, where I locked the front door too. That was when I picked up the phone on the counter and called my manager, who was luckily still awake. I told him I had to leave immediately because somebody crazy was following me. Then I thought I heard something over my conversation. It was coming from inside the store. I put the phone down and realized it was the tapping again, coming from one of the aisles. I was out of that store and in my car within 20 seconds. I never came back.
God damn.
I called my manager when I got back home, and he called the cops. Surprisingly, nothing was stolen, or so I heard from a friend. My manager obviously wasn't too fond of me for leaving his store like that, so I never spoke to him again. I had as normal of a Christmas as possible, given what happened the day before. Guys, I just want to give an early thanks for 2 million subscribers. It's most likely going to happen tomorrow, and that is just a perfect Christmas present. I really can't thank you all enough. When I first started this, I didn't even think it was possible to get this many subs on this kind of channel. So it's appreciated every day, and I'll continue making videos as long as people are enjoying them. Thanks for watching, happy holidays.
You know, I'm not gonna lie, Mr. Nightmare. You talking like that kind of creeped me out a little bit, not gonna lie. It kind of threw me off guard because I'm so used to your voice in a weird, creepy setting. But congratulations on 2 million subscribers, and let's see what next year has to bring for you. Because you have some damn good videos. But yes, it seems like something always goes down around the holiday times, whether it's Christmas, Thanksgiving, you know, Kwanzaa, New Year's, Halloween, 4th of July, Memorial Day? Probably not. But yeah, no. Like, if something seems off about a customer and I'm working a night shift or third shift, nope, fuck third shift. And we're working a night shift, right? And if something seems off about a customer, it's a good chance, you know, I might just tell you to get the fuck out if you're not gonna buy nothing. Cause don't just be chilling, alright? Especially if I'm getting some strong, negative, creepy vibes from you. Yeah, okay, like, no. You know, and you know what I don't understand is that living down here in North Carolina, I've seen a lot of shit. Peanuts. And one of the things that kind of throws me off a little bit is like during the summertime or the springtime or when it's like warm as hell outside, you'll see people with some long ass sleeves and like, I don't know, just something, they'll be wearing something for the winter time, but it'll be hot or warm as hell outside. Like, I'll be wearing this and some shorts, right? And you'll have somebody else, you know, outside next to me, not next to me, but you just have somebody else outside, right? And they'll be wearing, I don't know, a fucking coat and some bag-ass jeans, right? And some Timbs. Like, really? Really? You look suspicious as the motherfucker, bruh. Chill out. But I am definitely ready. Krabby Patty, Peanut, god damn. All up in my personal space. Like, I love you, but shit. God, shit. You know, you want a Krabby Patty? Here. Here, you want a Krabby Patty? You want a Krabby Patty? You know what I wish, though? I wish, like, maybe I'm tripping, but I wish they had, like, different flavors. Maybe, hold on. You know what? Nah, here. Here, Peanut. You want it? You want the shit? Here. Here. Peanut, here. Take it. Use all. Okay, don't take it. I'm sorry. Here. Krabby Patty. It's good, but it's not the best. You know, it has to. I love candy. If y'all don't know this, I love candy. So it's gonna take some time to grow on me. But I can fuck with it. You know? But yeah. Seems like stuff goes down around Christmas time. And every other holiday, really. But Merry Christmas. Thank you, Mr. Nightmare, for making this, right, on Christmas. You didn't have to, but you did. But I love you for that. I love all your videos. But, yeah. Merry Christmas. I hope everybody gets what they asked for. Alright. I'm just ready for the new year now. 2017 is going to be a different year. Keep it cool, keep it classy, and I love you. Stay happy. My family.